Hey guys, guess what we're up to today?
We are going on a big epic adventure. This is something I've wanted to do ever since we planned our Alaska trip. We are going to attempt to drive the Dalton Highway all the way to the Arctic Ocean. So wish us luck. We're hoping we can make it there. We would love to dip our feet in the ocean on the solstice. That's our wedding anniversary, so that would be a great way to celebrate our anniversary. So come with us and let's go up the Dalton Highway. The Dalton Highway is a road that was built in the early 1970s for the construction of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. It starts about 80 miles north of Fairbanks and then continues another 414 miles north, past the Yukon River, across the Arctic Circle and over the Brooks Mountain Range to Alaska's North Slope, finally ending at Deadhorse and Prudhoe Bay, where the top of the continent meets the Arctic Ocean. This is not a drive to be taken lightly. There are only 3 locations in 500 miles with gas or diesel. There are no grocery stores, no hospitals, and very little cell phone coverage. Travelers really need to be self-sufficient. So before we left, we topped off our fuel tank and our water tank. We stocked up on a week's worth of groceries. And because most of the road is unpaved, we followed the advice of numerous sources and picked up a second spare tire. Also, we were very happy that we had recently purchased off-road tires and a suspension upgrade from Agile Off-Road. Finally, we picked up a copy of the Dalton Highway Visitor's Guide, a 24-page booklet with excellent information for this trip. But time's a-wastin', let's hit the road. We backtracked from the river and drove about a quarter mile south, I think, from the river. And on the west side of the road, Shannon had found a pull-off, and that's where we are now. This is where we spent the night last night. And we got a pretty good night's sleep, except
the mosquitoes. Yeah. So it's kind of fun to see them. I mean, they're on the outside, on our screen, window screens here, and that's okay. But when they invade our space inside, especially at night. So what woke us up about 1:30 in the morning was that awful whine right in your ear. And then you're just like, oh God. So yeah, we had lots of mosquitoes.
So I don't know how much extra vehicular activity we're going to be doing on this trip. Anyway, we're going to head out of here. We're heading north. Next stop is the Arctic Circle.
About 40 miles up the road, we pulled over for a quick stretch at Finger Mountain Viewpoint, and we went for a short walk. The viewpoint sits on top of a small hill, giving beautiful views in all directions. But the mosquitoes were once again after us, so we hurried to the van and got back on the road.
Hey, we made it! Major milestone in our lives. Check this out. Wahoo! Yay! At many places along the Dalton Highway, there's pull-offs on the side of the road. Little gravel parking lots for truckers to take a rest. Snowplow turnarounds. We found one here. It's a pretty large gravel area. It's about a quarter mile off the highway. There's two big, huge piles of gravel. I assume those are for road maintenance. But we had a wonderful, quiet night. It's just amazing how quiet it is out here, away from everything. But we're going to hit the road now. We're about 15 miles south of Coldfoot, so we're going to head up there. We're going to refuel, check that place out a little bit, and I think we're going to try and make it to Galbraith Lake for tonight.
So, what is it about doing the Dalton Highway and going to the Arctic Circle? What made you first think that this was something you wanted to do?
I'm not altogether sure. I think part of it is because we're way up here. We're all the way up in Alaska. Why not check it out while we're here? I don't know when we'll ever come back. Also, we did the southernmost point of the United States when we were in Florida, and we went to Key West. And we did the easternmost point in Maine, and I just thought, heck, as long as we're up here, let's go to the northernmost point that we could drive to. And the Arctic Circle, too. The thing is, at the Arctic Circle, you got the Brooks Range just north of there. I don't know if we'd see the sun on the horizon because the Brooks Range would be right in the way. So that's just one more reason to just head a little bit farther north. And yeah, it'd be fun to go dip our feet in the Arctic Ocean. So.
Hey guys, guess what? We met some really cool women here getting water at Coldfoot, and they are
Tressa
and
Notsko,
and they are biking the Dalton Highway. Can you just even believe this? Can you tell us why you decided to do this?
I think it's like something we both always wanted to do. We both worked up here like 6 years ago and just like fell in love with the area. So we're like, what the heck? Let's bike it.
Yeah. Awesome. And I did ask them earlier because I was so curious how many extra tubes that they carry. So they've got tubeless tires, so they use the sealant, and then between the two of them they carry 4 extra tubes just for emergencies.
Yep. Patch kit.
Yeah. So they flew into Prudhoe Bay and then they're biking down to Fairbanks.
Yep. So we're halfway.
Yeah. I am so impressed with these guys. So how long do you anticipate the whole ride?
We planned for 8 days, so it took us 4 days to get from Prudhoe Bay to Coldfoot. That's a halfway point, 250 miles, and then another 250 miles to go. So ideally we'll do it in 4 more days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, so nice to meet
so
you. Yeah.
Coldfoot is also the home of the Arctic Interagency Visitor Center. where, among other things, they have an awesome display showing what the Arctic Circle is and why there's so much summertime sunshine north of it, including the midnight sun.
This is a free campsite at Galbraith Lake, and we made it here after we left Coldfoot today. I just gotta say that the Dalton Highway, I think, is the highlight of this whole adventure. This has been so amazing. I just love it.
We decided to hang around Galbraith Lake Campground for the day for a few reasons. One, it's just gorgeous. It is so peaceful and quiet. There's hardly anybody here. But also because we met some locals at the visitor center in Coldfoot, and they told us a good time to travel if you want to see wildlife is late at night, like around midnight. And so we're going to continue north later, somewhere around midnight. Also, this gives us the opportunity to check the area out right here. We drove for about 2.5 hours north of Galbraith Lake through the midnight sun, viewing some wildlife, until we found this wonderful spot overlooking the Sag River. These video clips were shot right through the windshield of our van. What a great place to get a few hours of sleep. The last 50 miles or so of the highway go across Alaska's north slope. There's nothing as far as you can see except flat tundra. But this also happens to be the best section of paved road we encountered on the entire highway. Although I suppose in wintertime it may still be kind of treacherous. Well, we finally made it. Deadhorse, the end of the road. And what a huge contrast it is to suddenly be here. The general public is not allowed on the road past Deadhorse, so the only way to get the last 10 miles or so to the Arctic Ocean is on an authorized tour bus. Luckily, we knew that and planned ahead, so our first stop was Deadhorse Camp, the entity that supports the Prudhoe Bay oil fields. They offer tours, and we were just in time to catch our shuttle. We rode through the security gate and then past oil rigs, big trucks, and lots of heavy industry. It can cause quite a mix of emotions to see this after driving nearly 500 miles of beautiful wild lands barely touched by humans. But this is the National Petroleum Reserve, the whole reason the Dalton Highway is there in the first place. And without it, we would have never been able to see all of that untouched beauty. Anyway, before long, the bus stopped, and there we were. We made it. We are at the Arctic Ocean. This is the Beaufort Sea, and it's our anniversary. Happy anniversary, babe.
Thanks. Happy anniversary. And
Yeah.
it's the summer solstice.
The summer solstice, yeah. Kind of looks like a fall day with this weather, but anyway, we're thinking we might go for a dip. Little polar bear swim. We'll see how we do here.
Look, they gave us towels.
Yeah. All right, we're going. Woo! Okay. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would really help us out. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more van-related videos in the future. And once you've subscribed, if you ring that little bell, you'll be notified anytime we put up a new video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.